Satsang-61. The main doctrine of Vedanta. 25th September, 1935. Evening Satsang. All is Brahman. To have the concept that I am somebody is the imagined being. That which is without concept is Brahman. Concept is the individual, the jiva. And jiva is ego, ignorance. There are two principles in Vedanta. These are reality, or Brahman, and illusion, or Maya. Maya means that which is not. Brahman is that which is. Maya is falsehood, a hypocrite. That which is not a falsehood is Brahman. Maya is counterfeit, trickery. Where there is no trickery, there is no falsehood. When the word Maya is used, it means hypocrisy and falsehood, a deception. That which is hypocrisy can never be truth. Maya is false, and Brahman is truth. Whatever has an appearance, whatever is perceived, is false. If it has any name or any form, it is not true. It is not durable. If it has an appearance, it will not last. It is not permanent. Only Brahman is true, and therefore it will not honor that which is false. That which is false makes much dance and show, but the truth which is Brahman makes objection to it. The false is not respected even a little bit, and therefore it does not endure. It is not permitted to remain, and very short-lived. Whatever is make-believe hypocrisy, however great be its force or its boldness, it cannot be proved true before Brahman. This falseness is not supported or respected by Brahman, and so it automatically drops away. That which has disappeared was false, and because it was false, it has become invisible. Maya is a derogatory word. It is a contemptuous term. Brahman is true, absolute, pure consciousness. No pretext can be useful about it. Truth has no replica. We cannot have a fake pretension about that of which there is no replica. How can truth have a parallel or similar thing? That which can be imitated is not the truth. For truth is unqualified, absolute, and without any image. To be proud of any kind of high-quality fake image is totally useless. Brahman considers Maya very despicable. Any falsehood that is proud of itself is to be despised. Brahman is completely without pride. Therefore, any little pride in any experience, in any achievement, is worthless. It may even be pride in a great good deed that the doer feels he has done. But Brahman does not touch it and does not respect it. This is the real knowledge of our true nature that is called self-knowledge. There is nobody such as I to be discovered. By inquiring, by searching, and eliminating all the elements and principles in nature and in man, there is no I found remaining at all. The self is there, and the body may be there, but the third entity, this I, is not there. It is Maya who says I, and me. And me is the product of some disturbance in Maya. When this third pseudo-entity is dropped out, then the seeker or aspirant and that which is achieved, the ideal, and his efforts are all eliminated. Then the Supreme Self is alone. So long as the ego sense is not gone, self-knowledge is impossible. When the me is gone, the concept of being a seeker, the sense of doing something, and the idea of something to be attained are also gone. The Supreme Self, Param Atman, is uncovered without doing anything about it. If you examine all of your thoughts and inquire, you will find there is no I at all. There are 5 elements, and the 6th is Atman, the Self. The 5 elements are themselves the sense organs in the body, and the Self is the 6th. There is no I or me to be found anywhere in any of this. When oneness is understood through oneness, everything is Brahman. When this lack of an I is recognized through inquiry, its function ends. Only that which is the creator of the world remains. What remains when the I and the you are eliminated? That which remains, which survives this process of elimination, is being. That which is. When that which is has gone, and that which is not is also gone, and something which is not a thing remains, there is no necessity of declaring what is. It is itself there. When you know what is not, then whatever is, is. What is the necessity to declare as non-existing that which is not there? It is naturally not there. This is called self-surrender. The sense of I is offered to God, and He digested it, and it became God Himself, and manifestation dissolved. Manifestation is called Prakriti, the diverse creation. When it is dissolved, only God remains. There was one. He produced a seeming second. Second means the other. He swallowed what was produced. Then only one remained. The Prakriti, the separate creation, is wiped out. From where did I, the third so-called entity, which is illusion, come? When it is not existing, how did it intervene? Naturally, all five elements are unified in the one self. It is all one. Where is there a me as an entity? It is not. It is like going out to search for darkness by holding a light in our hand. If you search darkness with a lantern in your hand, you will not find it. When the sun of knowledge rises, the darkness, the proud ego, the ignorance, will not be seen. All is the self. In the beginning and in the end, there is only Atman, the self. I and you are not there. When the state of self-knowledge is attained, your own dinner is an offering to God. Your walking is making sacred rounds, padakshina, around God's image. To speak is to praise Him. and to sleep is also to praise him. To be seated in a meditative posture is his unbroken samadhi. To be naturally, to exist, is Brahman that has become manifest. That is Brahman in human form, which has become visible. And there is nothing else except it. That is how it is said that the saints and sages are Brahman expressed in manifest form. The bundle exists because you have tied it. We have to loosen this bundle by inquiry. Then there will be no bundle. The lack of discrimination is the separateness that is the bundle, the jiva. When the lack of discrimination is gone, there is no duality. Then there is only Brahman, absolute pure consciousness. The bundle was put together by accumulating various things. While analyzing and sifting these things, the bundle does not remain. The one who was carrying the load of the bundle becomes stripped of attributes and vanishes. When I has gone, who is there to do any spiritual practice, any sadhana? Who will do meditation? The greatness of the saints and sages is that they have given the blessing to say that the self is God. It is very difficult for others to accept the salutations of one of real knowledge. For he is God embodied, the Almighty. It is extraordinarily hard to be the recipients of salutations from him, since sin or merit, heaven and hell, do not affect him, the saint or sage. The self is undivided and unhindered, and does not suffer Saturn's difficulties. Even the sin of one who remembers the knowledgeable one, the Jnani, is wiped clean. By his touch, a person goes beyond birth and death. God says, "My presence looking upon me is itself good deed and auspicious time." The Jnani does not suffer defamation because he is not an individual. He is unexpressed and beyond all qualities and all forms. Some yogis still have a sense of pride of their being yogis by performing their various austerities and postures and vows of silence. Lord Krishna also told them that their status was very high but they were not able to lose their identification with their physical and subtle body. They were proudly showing off their hair and beards, and Krishna said to them, "You may have a lifetime of billions of years." They had strange notions of sins in eating and drinking. Lord Krishna, however, remained pure, even though doing all sorts of things, because he was aware of himself as the Supreme Self. One who breaks the ties of the body will be Param Atman, and the life is fulfilled. You should continue on with your contemplation. Do not hold any concepts. Do not simply believe in the concept that if Brahman is everywhere, I will be saved. Even when all of this is Brahman, do not hold on to any concepts. Brahman is without concepts. And with this understanding, you will be liberated. Those who harbor doubts fail. Those who are the devotees of the Guru attain the state of Brahman. First, you have to listen to spiritual discourses, satsang. Then comes service to the Guru. Then comes self-realization. And then the attainment of the state of Brahman. Those who are simple souls are the ones who have unshakable faith and trust. When you truly surrender, the only pure thing that remains is Brahman. Do not allow the demon of ego, for that is hell. When you realize that you are Param Atman, then you are Brahman, including your body. The former mundane life is destroyed. God has no destiny. Do not keep believing in destiny. Your concepts deceive you. Do not fall prey to doubt. Maya says, I have tethered many big beasts. The worldly minded are these beasts tethered by Maya, by illusion. The Supreme Self, Lord Krishna, became and remained as Para Brahman. Others only identify themselves as separate egos. The mirror says, there is nobody in me. The man who looks into the mirror says, I am in the mirror. The knowledgeable ones, the Jnanis, know all of these things. Some elements came together, and that became a body. After understanding this, it is important to live according to this knowledge. This demands skill. First jnana, first knowledge, is absolutely necessary in order to gain self-knowledge. This self-knowledge, or wisdom, then destroys the former knowledge. One should also throw out all that has happened. The master key to what is being said here is that one whose conceptual entity is gone is the Jnani. The illusion is gone. The elements are gone. And knowledge is also gone. Only supreme knowledge, Vijnana, or Brahman, remains. When one house is emptied, all houses are empty. The transcendent Brahman, the absolute pure consciousness, which is beyond qualities, is not affected by anything. It is always undisturbed. When we use discrimination, the unessential goes off, and only pure essence remains. Only Brahman, which is beyond even the sattva quality, remains. The sense of I was only imagined. One whose sense of I is wiped out by the blessings of the Guru remains not as a person, but as Param Atman. The outcome is dependent upon your determination and earnestness. Whatever you conceive is what you experience. The Supreme Self has the power to do, to undo, and then to do something else. This Supreme Self is transcendent to all and can do anything. There is no bondage for one who is free from all actions. Have no pride in or identification with karma. A person was deceiving himself and calling himself as some particular entity. But once the sense of me goes, then I, who am I, and I am that, also all go away. Then, even if one dwells in a body, he is free of the body, and only Param Atman is.